Remember when Joel was trapped outside the satellite of love by the bots? Well, this time, could he be dead? Also, we take a bit of a look at special effects, and well, the host segments for this episode weren't exactly in the right order. I'm DJ Particle, and this is MSTie Review. Now, this is episode 0021. This is the season finale for the KTMA season. And as far as the crew knew, they were perfectly expecting to come back the next year on KTMA, but a higher calling would come for them later on. However, we'll get to that a bit later, but for now, the Mads want to start a rumor that Joel is dead. They think for some reason this will result in greater ratings for the show.
I'm telling you, Clay, it was brilliant. It sold millions. The Paul is dead hoax is one of the greatest marketing schemes in history.
And the Joel is dead campaign is the perfect way to pump some life into the video marketing arm of Mystery Science Theater. Sat 1, good. Now, Saturday the 1st, the first day he died. Brilliant!
Absolutely. All right. Okay, next, look. Next Sunday, AD. AD, after death. He died on Saturday the 1st. Sunday the 2nd was the funeral.
Now here, in the lyric, in the soundtrack, it says, there was a guy named Joel. Not is, was.
Well done.
I took the liberty of retouching the cover of the Abbey Road album, and you can see I put Joel's head where Paul is, you know, the whole barefoot cigarette thing.
This is beautiful.
Well, it'll probably work, but don't you think it'll make you feel bad inside?
Feel bad inside? We always feel bad inside.
We just write it off as gas.
And the legend of dinosaurs. Yes, we go one last time into the Sandy Frank collection. And this is a Sandy Frank redub of a Toho movie, which isn't something you usually see. Sandy Frank tends to stick to, Gamera and TV shows, but they did this Toho movie, the full title of which is actually The Legend of Dinosaurs and Monster Birds. Well, Sandy Frank took off the Monster Bird section of the title and just released it as The Legend of Dinosaurs. And it's about what you would expect from a Sandy Frank film. In other words, perfect riffing material for Joel and the Bots.
Here comes old Flat Top, he got groovy, looks slowly, he's at the
foot of Mount Fuji, he's a rambling cowboy, he's to the land of the lost.
Too bad she survived the fall, now she's got to be in the film.
Somebody's trying to get out of there with a machine gun, it sounds like.
They struck girl. Hey! How many matches, Servo?
448 matches, I'm very sure of it. 448. 448. Sally Dibbs, Sally, 9380291.
Sounds like Shaft. Who's the pterodactyl cat? Who's the sex machine and not a hat? Shaft.
Good God!
John Pterodactyl Shaft.
Mount Fuji, home to many species of life.
Only you can prevent bad movies. Danger is his name. He's afraid of nothing. Carries a lot of equipment. Servo, that lamp looks just like you.
Mommy! Tall and tan and young and lovely, the girl from Hiroshima goes walking, and as she passes each one, she passes goes.
Everybody stay on camera.
The reason your father's theory about a living dinosaur wasn't accepted
Because it wasn't double
was
spaced.
the fear that it would...
This is what's known in film lingo as filler.
Ooh.
It's a headless horse, man.
Maybe it wasn't a joke.
Haste makes waste, and haste made this movie, too.
Country Eastern.
Well, they got a little rickshaw, and they call it a Woody. Up against the wall, redneck mama song. It was a fake, but it's as good as most of the effects in this movie.
Guys, there's an easier way to get tail than that. Do your minnow impression.
It's a friendly dinosaur. Will just a torso scare you?
Oh, golly.
She's come undone.
She's come undone.
Respect. Everyone is asking the same question. Is
Where-
there
Why are we
really a
watching
creature
this?
living in the depth?
Number 3 camera. Number 3 camera.
The miracle of television.
Thank you.
YBS?
Very much for coming.
Well, people seem to accept it.
But his theory wasn't accepted.
Why?
That's because it wasn't double spaced.
Everybody knows that.
Mount Fuji.
At night.
Just before sunrise.
Playing Jethro Tull.
Well, he had an aqualung.
Mount Fuji.
Again.
And up from the ground came a bubbling crude.
Food.
Hey, it's Maple.
Farina, that is, with maple.
Mount Fuji.
Again.
20 minutes from now.
Those of you already in the lake are kibble. She'll be perfect for our experiments.
Let me slip into something a little more uncomfortable.
Tastes
Mount
like copper.
Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
Every woman in this entire movie has the exact same shriek. Mount Fuji. Who's the dinosaur with the best?
Looks like a Minnesota mosquito.
Run away! Run away!
Hide behind these cans of explosives.
Source.
The next 10 pages of dialogue are grunting.
What's this? His manager Gamma is coming with a card share?
And he looks like a vacuum cleaner hose with...
Eyes.
Of course, I look like vacuum cleaner hose with eyes.
Well, everybody goes off their diet every now and then. Ooh, right in the paintball. Well, you could consider a dinosaur national real
Mount Fuji. You're
Mount
correct.
Fuji.
Mount Fuji.
with a gel. Is that dinosaur singing?
La la la!
The music is wrong again.
Ouch. Ouch. And her arm comes off.
Now, one thing about the host segments in this episode, if you have seen it or if you haven't seen it, let me tell you, they're in the wrong order. Yes, the 3 host segments that take place during the movie are in the wrong order. What they accidentally did was they showed the last of the 3 first. And then they showed the first and the second. So, a reference in the 3rd host segment to some special effects stuff won't come up until later on. It's very, very confusing. However, we do have the ability of videotape, the wonder of videotape, or digital videotape in this case, that I can show you the clips in the proper intended order for the special effects host segments.
Now I want to teach you a little bit about how movie magic works. You see this Kentucky Fried Chicken? Took the liberty of putting a little styling mousse on the roof there, and this is what we call in scale. Now, if the Kentucky Fried Chicken was really that size, we'd be huge, right? Well, anyway, you guys, I built this dinosaur to breathe fire, and I'll show you how it works, okay? We turn them on, light them up. Whoa!
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 Wow,
Ooh,
dragon
doggy.
mouth. Oh!
He's got the worst breath of the morning. Oh, thanks. But Cambot and I have rigged up something that'll make us look really small. Cambot, let's go. Oh! No, no! Oh, no!
Oh, my God!
He's got him.
Do something! Be careful!
Watch out!
And there was one more host segment in which we are introduced to Cambot's sitcom simulator, and it is something we would eventually see in the main Comedy Central show. However, this time it worked perfectly.
Oh, Servo!
Hi, crew. Hello, everybody. Oh, did I have a night. There were lots of beautiful babes and fanning and...
Don't make me ask. Mango juice.
Yep, it was Mango Mania.
And then you woke up.
Whoa. We better get this mess cleaned up or Joel is gonna be mad.
Did somebody say my name? Hey, boys. Boy, this place is a mess.
Yeah, and it's dirty too.
Well, if I've learned anything about life, it's no matter where you go in this crazy universe, you turn around and there's your mom.
Good night!
Good night,
everybody! Oh.
And now we get to the final host segment, which was the final host segment of KTMA. Joel and the Bots mentioned that they're going on hiatus. They talk about their summer plans. Like I said, as far as anyone from this crew knew, they were perfectly expecting to come back in the fall at KTMA TV 23 and do another season of Mystery Science Theater 3000. Unfortunately, KTMA went bankrupt. So that second KTMA season never happened. However, like I said, a greater destiny was waiting for them later on. And we will get to that in a later episode of Misty Review. But for now, let's listen to Joel and the Bots' summer plans. And, well, the Bots get a little too attached to making fun of a certain newsworthy incident from earlier in 1989.
What are you going to do for the summer, Crow?
I'm going to space camp.
Space camp. Okay, and Servo, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna fill my head with cocoa butter and surf till I drop.
Great. I'm going to be working on my Bob Hope impression this summer. I don't want to really complain about Exxon, but now I know why they call them tankers.
Exxon's grasping now. All their stations have "Our gas contains no seawater" signs.
Yeah.
Regular, unleaded, or desalinated.
What a year. We went from Ollie North to Oily North.
Whoa. Oh.
Baba boom. Zing.
So, what do we think overall of the Season 0, the KTMA season finale, The Legend of Dinosaurs? Let me tell you something. Season 0 ended with a bang. This is one of the best of the KTMA season. The jokes are just like this. I had a hard time deciding which jokes I wanted to use for this. And I have a feeling it is an issue I will be running into from now on. So, yeah, watch this. It is one of the classics of the KTMA season. It could very well be one of the classics of Mystery Science Theater in general. Even if just for the whole Mount Fuji again meme. Next time, well, we're not going to get into Season 1 right away. We have completed Season 0 of Mystery Science Theater 3000. What we're going to do is the next episode, we're going to have a little between seasons special because while Mystery Science Theater was off the air all those years, it prompted some people to do copycat shows. Some from the former cast of Mystery Science Theater themselves. But that's not what we're getting into. We're getting into what's probably the most significant of the fan productions. Because it was from the ground up engineered as an homage to Mystery Science Theater. And you will see its humble beginnings as we dig into the series premiere of Incognito Cinema Warriors XP Bride of the Gorilla. You don't want to miss this, especially considering that episode is very rare. So, until then, I am DJ Particle and I am signing off. Boom!